bring water to meet the thirsty, O inhabitants of Temr, bring bread to the fugitive, for they have fled from the swords, from the drawn sword, from the bent bow, and from the fury of war. This text speaks of an oracle concerning Arabia and the inhabitants of Temr. It is in the Arabian Peninsula now that this revelation will be carried by a migrant man who fled from his people. He will tell them, give the fugitive his bread, for they have fled from the drawn sword, from the drawn bow, and from war. Well, if you look in the Arab lands, who can be believed to be a migrant who carried the revelation of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him? There is no one other than the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. Therefore, we return to say that if these texts do not refer to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, then they have no basis in reality. Whoever reads them doubts them. Whoever reads them and does not attribute them to the Prophet, then they fall apart on their own and lose their sanctity. These texts were written, transmitted, translated and printed, and Muslims had no part in them. Muslims did not interfere in these texts. I want to refer to what I mentioned earlier. I haven't forgotten your question, but I want to refer to what I mentioned in the previous episode and bring you some texts which are what Sheikh Safiyur al-Rahman al-Mubarakuri al-Hindi extracted from the indications found in the books of ancient Indian religions, which apply to our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace and blessings be upon him. He wrote about Indian religions. Well, when I spoke about this topic before, one of the young men in the lecture asked me, so how come these Indian books are pagan? It's true that the Indians are pagans now, but remember God's words, and we would not punish a people until we sent a messenger, and there was no town but that a warner had passed through it. Even the Arabs, who ended up pagan, had Abraham among them, and Ishmael among them, and before that, there were the people of Ad, and Salih among them, and Hud among them. God, blessed and exalted is he, sent many prophets throughout the world. That's why God said, and we sent messengers we have already told you about, and messengers we had not told you about. So what remains in these books is from the light of revelation that remained in those books. Of course, for those who want to go back, I mentioned